Here in Las Vegas, I have myself an LG V10. We're going to review it next. I was here at the Consumer Electronics Show and Verizon gave me the LG V10 to test out while I'm there, taking the pictures, taking the video, using the network, and seeing how it works in places like Vegas, of course. And we're going to do that, and I'll give you all my pros and cons. But first, let's take a look at some of the specs of the phone. First of all, this is an XLTE phone, which means that when your area is ready, it'll have double the LTE speeds as regular LTE, of course. The phone also works in over 200 countries, so you could take this internationally with you without a problem. Snapping in the SIM is really easy, just have to snap off the back here and then pull it out. It also has room for a micro SD card and the 64 gigabytes that's already on here internally. Let's talk about all the fun little internals on the phone. To begin with, this is a 5.7-inch screen, so it's the bigger one. So I have the iPhone 6 here. As you can see, it is definitely bigger, and it does fit in the hand pretty well. Now let's talk about some of the other stuff. It's about 6.77 ounces, and its full height is 6.28 inches, and its width is 3.12 inches. So smaller hands might have some problems with this phone. The battery is 300 milliamps inside, and they say that it's got a 7-day standby and 18-hour working time. I use the phone, like I said, here at CES, where this takes a toll on your battery, and by about 4 o'clock, I was ready to actually recharge my phone. But I was taking lots of video, lots of Instagrams. The biggest difference between most other smartphones is the button system in back. Now this has got the power button right in the middle, and then the volume up and down. It's got a fingerprint reader right on the power button. Some of the other features include camera of 16 megapixel. The screen, like I said, was a 5.7-inch IPS quantum display with 0.2-second screen stainless steel pillars. It's running Android 5.1 Lollipop, like I said, 64 gigabytes internal with support for 2 terabyte micro SD card. You can get it in Space Blacks or Lux White. And of course, this also has the HD calling option, so you have crystal clear calls as you go. And of course, the price is about $672 if you bought the phone outright, or about $23, $24 a month if you go through any type of 2-year contract with Verizon. But the question is this the phone for you? When we come back, we'll look at all the pros and cons. So the biggest thing that I had a problem with this phone actually was the button. I have bigger hands, and so this grips pretty well in my hand. I'm not a fan of the 5.7-inch screens to begin with, but with this one it made it tougher because getting to the power button was a challenge, and keeping your finger on that button for the fingerprint reader actually was even more of a challenge, because you only have 2 fingers that you can set up for that to be comfortable with. You can't use your thumb like on any front-facing button phones, and the other fingers, it's just tougher to get any other fingers because you're trying to hold the phone itself. While I was here in Vegas, when the system update happened, I had a whole bunch of problems with the phone. The biggest one was the camera. It kept coming back and saying, cannot turn the camera on. I had to close out of all the applications, and there was actually a couple times I had to reboot the phone just to get the camera to work. It's a small software glitch that'll probably get resolved before you even watch this video. For somebody like me with a bigger hand, I can hold this just fine. I can take pictures. Once I get into the phone and I get the video going or something like that, I'm golden. It's a nice crisp display. Playing games like Clash of Clans, not a problem. Overall, great phone. The fact that there's no buttons on the side and the only way to control it button-wise is through the back seems to be my only problem. I'm trying to feel for the button, and I only feel the volume, thinking that is the power button. So maybe if there was some sort of redesign, maybe little bumps on the back to say, hey, this is a volume button, that would probably be really cool, and then I could get my finger in the right place. Of course, one of the best features I forgot to mention while in Vegas was this top bar. It's similar to the Samsung sidebar. When the screen goes off, this stays active, so you can swipe through, you can get to your apps, You can get to different settings, camera, and media, and everything like that. Play, pause, whatever. When the phone is at rest, you can see I have an email. I can see the time and the date. And I can swipe to get the camera, the flashlight, to turn off the vibrate, or to take a note and go from there. It has several customizable areas. As you can see, I put in the term Geek Out right there. So once again, this is the LG V10 on the Verizon wireless network. Tell me what you think. If you got this phone, what you like, what you don't like about it. Does the button in the back work for you? Let me know over at Geekazine at gmail.com, or Twitter me over at Geekazine, and we'll check it out. Got a phone that you're really interested in getting and you want me to review? Let me know and I'll get it and try and get a review out for you as quick as possible. Jeffrey Powers here. Thanks a lot for watching. You guys geek out. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this nice Vegas day, and we'll see you next time. Take care.